Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Tay, and I am here for a Love and Hip Hop Hollywood review. The season reunion part one. Um, this was kind of boring to me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really much. Like I said, I was going to do this, because I hadn't done the season because by the time I came in and started doing reviews, it was too late. But I did say I was going to do the reunion specials. And I know you guys are probably wondering, why you getting this early? Because I'm pretty sure I'll be done, by the time the actual. Well, yeah, I am going to be done by the time the actual episode comes on. Because I mean, it's only 6:03 now. That episode don't come on until 8 o'clock. But somebody had leaked the episode a little early, so here I am. I just figured I'd just get it out the way. Because, like I said, it was kind of lackluster for me. It wasn't much. It was, kind of boring. I'm not going to go through what everybody had on because I really don't care. Because ain't nobody really had on nothing that just kind of make me be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. So yeah, moving on from that, everybody's pretty much there except for April and Amarion. They're a no show. And the host of the show, I can't remember her name, but I can't remember her name, but she's hosted the last couple of reunions for the Love and Hip Hop franchise. So yeah, they get into why Omarion and April isn't there, and Fizz is basically saying because Omarion just got off tour and he's just focused on his music. I said nah, they ain't there because they ain't with the bullshit that y'all be on, that ratchet shit that all y'all motherfuckers be on. That's why their asses ain't there because they don't got time for it. But anyways, moving on. So first we talk about Ray J and Princess relationship and the trials and tribulations they've had to go through. They bring up the New Orleans incident, when Princess took the rap for Ray, whatever, whatever. Um, Tierra claims that Ray leaked stories to the press, like the TMZ or whatever. Like he got TMZ on speed dial, and he's saying like, "Why would I leak out bad stories about myself?" Now, this would be believable if it wasn't Ray J. You know what I'm saying? Because Ray J just seemed like the type of dude that um that would leak out a story about himself, whether it's good or bad. Like any press is good press to him, whether it's positive or negative. So I kind of believe that. Ray J accuses Tierra of talking about being back in the bed with him or whatever, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the way Tierra was acting this season, or the earlier part of this season anyway, she was acting like she was still in love with the nigga. So, I mean, I don't know. Um, they show a clip of Moniece clapping back on one of the episodes, and Moniece was like, clapping back at Princess. And she was like, I don't know why she's sitting up here talking about Tierra don't want. I mean, Ray J don't want Tierra back. He don't want your ass back neither, which is the reason why you been in the house for the last 2 years. I mean, he don't want you neither, because that's the reason why you been in the house for the last 2 years. I said, ooh, well, that may be the case, because I mean, yeah, we know that according to her, she has just been in the house, So according to Princess, so they started going at it about what Moniece had said. And Moniece, she walks off the stage or whatever to calm the fuck down, calm her crazy ass nerves down. Because she said some word, I forgot what the fucking word was, but apparently is used as her safety word so she don't end up popping the bitch. Because, I mean, I don't know who will win. If those two got into it, I might bank a little bit more on Moniece because she's just really crazy. Like, she just be too fucking calm a lot of the times when she gets into conflict. So, and they say those are the crazy ones. So I'm a bet that probably Moniece would have won if they was to fight. But yeah. So Ray J, he said some as if he was about to jump in the shit or whatever if they was to have fight. And Rich was like, hold on, we not about to do that, because he said something about how Moniece ain't got her own crib or something like that, blah, blah, blah. And Rich was like, hold up, we not gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? He came at Ray. You know what I'm saying? And Ray said something. He was like, okay, whatever, whatever. And it seemed like Ray J kind of bitched up a little bit once Rich Dollaz got in his motherfucking ass, because he was like, you know, me and Mo not together right now, but I'm making sure she good, you know, because I'm Rich motherfucking Dollaz. That's how the fuck he was. Like, you know, I'm making sure that she good. She got custody of her kid, this, that, and the third, whatever, whatever. And Fizz was like, does she have, I mean, not Fizz, the host was saying, like, does she have her own place to work, but, you know, blah, blah. And Fizz comes to her defense as well and says, like, yeah, you know, she's good and everything. She has her own place, whatever. And they talk about Nieces and Rich's relationship and everything that they went through. The host was saying, you know, we know how you're part of the Creep Squad. And they all was like, Creep Squad. And I'm just like, like, oh my God. Like, can we just stop with this Creep Squad bullshit, okay? Mo's mom starts talking, Marla. And she was, basically saying how, she brings up how she wasn't, you know, trying to, I guess basically wasn't trying to like sabotage Moniece's relationship or anything, but you know, she's heard these things just like, you know, how Fizz has heard things. She's heard things too, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, she was like, as you guys say, the Creep Squad or whatever. So I just, you know, basically she just had to make sure, you know, that I guess this relationship was going to go somewhere. And, they bring up when Mo said that she still had, you know, had feelings for Fizz. And, you know, Mo kind of breaks down because she was like that. That's not how she meant it. She was saying that she was trying to get closure from their situation. And that might have been the case. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit up here and say that she completely lied, that she just lying or whatever to save face, because maybe she did just want closure from that situation, you know. But at the same time, the way we saw it and the way it came off, it seemed like, oh, because baby daddy done rejected you, now you know, you ready to be 100% committed to, you know, Rich. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that was kind of fucked up, you know, especially watching the last episode of the season. It was fucked up how she did him, because it's like, okay, well, Fizz don't want you, so now you gonna sit up here and try to make shit right with Rich or whatever, when y'all already are talking about all this shit. So I felt like, in a way, for real, Fizz was kind of your safety net, if you ask me. And I feel like if he was down with it, you probably would have went back to him. But that's just, like I said, that's just my opinion. Maybe you really was trying to get closure from the situation, because she said to Rich, you see how I said it and everything, like, you know, she was trying to explain that she was like, and he was like, you know, I know what I saw, I know what was said, you know what I'm saying? And she also breaks down about her son, of course, and, you know, like how, you know, basically how people are just trying to call her a bad mother and everything. And she went from having him to 6 days a week to like 8 hours or something like that, she said. And Mo, she thought that her and Richie was back together and everything, but, you know, because that's why she made the announcement on Instagram or whatever about them being engaged. But then, you know, once she realized, watching and seeing that they're not together, she was like, you know, watching him say that they're not together and everything, she was like, you know, it hurt her, because she didn't know that. She thought that they was together and everything. And he was like, me and Mo, you know, Rich was like, me and Mo been on the fence for a minute, and, you know, we trying to, you know, work stuff out. And she was like, but yeah, I thought working stuff out was like back together. And the host was trying to explain to him, you know, Moniece's concept as well. you know. But Tierra, she kind of blames Nikki for the demise of their relationship, of Rich's and Moniece's relationship. Now I mean, yeah, we can kind of blame Nikki. We could blame Fizz too, because Fizz should never ran his mouth. But at the same time, really, in real reality, we all know Rich would have seen that shit sooner or later, because I mean, it's on fucking film. You know what I'm saying? He would have seen the shit sooner or later. So, like, you know, I feel like it's all three of their faults. It's Fizz's fault. It's Moniece's fault for even telling Fizz some shit like that. It's Fizz's fault for running to Nikki and telling her. And it's Nikki's fault for running to tell Rich. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a domino effect. You know? Everybody, all three of them is at fault in this situation. Nikki claims that Rich, you know, she was basically saying to Rich, don't sit up here and act like as if I'm to blame for this shit or whatever, because you was looking for a way out. You knew about this shit way before, I guess, you know, this episode had aired. I guess maybe Mo must have expressed something to him. And Nikki starts going in about the email that I guess Rich has so-called sent to Fizz, and Fizz was trying to cut her off so he could explain himself. And she was like, no, don't do that, you know, because that's the mother of your child, and if you ain't going to defend her, I will. I was like, where was all this defense, though, when you snitched on her? Where was all this defense when, she almost whooped your ass in that club? I mean, I'm just saying, you know, because where was all this at? So, but anyways, I digress. Fizz proceeds to explain what was in the email, basically saying that, you know, Rich was like that. Moniece telling me that she still got feelings for you and everything, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, Fizz was basically saying that he told him that, you know, he wasn't going to get back with her and all this stuff. And then he was like, I guess basically saying that Rich was trying to say he was looking for a way out. And Rich was like, hold the fuck on, let's make this clear. I don't need to look for a way out or whatever. If I don't want to be with somebody, I don't want to be with them. He was like, I love this girl, you know what I'm saying? And da da da, and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how y'all feel? Do y'all feel that he sent an email like that to Fizz, or do you feel like Fizz and Nikki is on that bullshit? Moving on, I believe we moving on. Hold on, look at my moving on from that, we get Miles, Milan, and Amber. And they flash back through their storyline of the season, and the host, she asks, was Amber concerned about the relationship with Miles? And I mean, was she concerned about Miles' relationship with Milan? And she was like, you know, no. And as they're showing Miles' family, you know, when they was disapproving at first of him being gay or whatever, you know, as he's, you know, watching it back, he starts getting emotional and everything. Then they bring on Miles and Amber's sisters on stage, and Amber expresses, you know, she basically expresses how she feel, as, you know, as we all been knowing that she was hurt by it, and she was like, even, you know, watching the tape back, you know, it just basically is bringing the hurt back or whatever, because, you know, she trusted him, and it's not the fact that he's gay that bothered her. It's the fact that he wasn't honest with her about it. He didn't tell her, and he was like, you know, he apologized once again, because it's like, you know, he had to tell his family first, you know what I'm saying? He had to find the courage to tell them. But I mean, of course, even though he ended up telling you first anyway, because you was going to be more affected by the situation, because he was leading you on to believe that y'all was going to be back in a relationship. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I understand, you know, especially him being a black man, like he said, you know, it's hard to just express that and everything. And, come out like that. And she was like, I understand everything. I understand how you feel. But she was basically saying, but at the same time, I don't give a fuck. Like, I guess not. I guess she still feel like regardless, she still should have said something. And it's just kind of like, I mean, I get how Amber feel, but at the same time, like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done got past it. Like, I mean, this shit, we've been seeing shit going back and forth on social media between the three of y'all. Personally, I'm tired of seeing the bullshit. Now, they saying that you and Miles is cousins. Now, I don't fucking know, but if y'all is and y'all did this story, that's nasty. I'm just saying. But I don't know. But it's just kind of like, I mean, and we all, I mean, and the other rumor also too is that, of course, Amber had already knew prior to the show that Miles was gay. So all that, running out the room, running out the room out, towards outside, like as if she was on motherfucking Maury. That shit was some bullshit, according to Milan. But to play it up for TV's sake, Amber, don't do that. Because if you forgiving him, don't keep on beating it up over his fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand you have a daughter, a 12-year-old daughter. I didn't know her daughter was that old. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know her daughter was 12 years old. Her daughter, she was like, I had to tell my daughter the man that she loved is, this, that, and third. And, I understand that aspect. I can empathize because I don't have any kids, but I could only, imagine how that feels. You know what I'm saying? Milan explains how he understands, what Miles went through and all this stuff. But it's kind of like, well, you won't coming off as understanding during this season. Because you kept on bitching and moaning about him coming the fuck out when you knew what you was dealing with from Jump Street. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I digress. I'm not going to get into all that because y'all already know all this. And, I mean, if y'all watch other YouTubers, I'm pretty sure you done seen them say it too. So, and both families are still close, which I think is really good. I think it's really sweet that after all this that they're still close and everything. We get Brandy and Max. We look at their storyline throughout the season. Max says that he regrets disrespecting Brandy by throwing the ring like that. They asked Willie and Shonda about the whole ring situation. They was like, they don't wear rings. And Miles with his crooked teeth ass was like, he was like, oh, I'm the only one. Yeah, motherfucker, you the only one clapping. The only motherfucking one. Because, I mean, sorry, personally, me, like, yeah, rings, it is not, how can I say it? A marriage is more important than a ring, but at the same time, the ring symbolizes the shit. And like Brandy said, a motherfucker can't sit up here and say that they didn't know you was married. Like, I mean, yeah, and it do seem like for some reason, seeing a man wear a ring, it attracts females. Well, let me not. It attracts these hoes more to a nigga. But like as Brandy said, these bitches can't sit up here and say that they didn't know that the nigga was married. You know what I'm saying? So, but personally, me, I want to have a healthy marriage, but I just want to have that ring to symbolize it too. You know what I'm saying? She talks about, they talk about how, Brandy is kind of nervous when, what's his name? When Max is in the studio with Ray J or whatever, and Ray J kind of like, oh, why you be nervous or whatever, da da. And they were saying because he's a bad influence or whatever. And I think Hazel E was, like, because he is a bad influence. I think she was the one who said that. I don't know. I couldn't really pay attention. I'm almost sure it was her though, who said that, yeah, he is a bad influence, and everybody, everybody in the crowd starts laughing or whatever. We get Kamaya and Fizz, the girl that Fizz was messing with earlier on in the season, the girl that was his appetizer. Fizz claims that he wasn't trying to refer to her per se as an appetizer, and he want to use the fact that he's a rapper, as an excuse. He was like, we use metaphors or whatever. Like, nigga, what's the last good thing you done put out? I ain't say the last. I said the last good thing. Cause that Good Lotion song, yeah, that's some bullshit. I mean, like, everybody wants to use autotune nowadays, and I don't understand why. It's not for everybody. I'm just saying. But yeah, the last good thing you have done musically was when you was with B2K. Talking about some rappers use metaphors and shit. Nigga, please. Okay, like, but he apologized for calling her an appetizer or whatever. He ain't apologized though for leading her on. I would have rather him apologize for that than to apologize for calling her an appetizer. Personally, that's just me. Because he led that girl on. I mean, you don't give nobody... Okay, well, I'm going to get to that in a minute. Let me just finish what he said, what he claimed. He says that she kind of misconstrued the relationship. I guess she was going through something at the time, and he basically opened up his home to her as a safety home and everything. And she admits that maybe she might have misunderstood the relationship and everything. But I'm sorry. The fact that regardless of the fact that Fizz is a nice person and everything, blase, I mean, you still let her meet your kid. And I believe your mama too. All in all, I still feel like you was leading her on. And you should have been very more clear about what the fuck was going on. But she apologized for saying that, she, for talking to Jason Lee about the whole situation, whatever. Nikki talks about losing her brother and everything. Because, the host asked them about their relationship. And, she was like that they're still dating and everything. But she can't really invest her all into a man right now, because she just lost her brother. And Nikki, she breaks down or whatever, and I felt bad because I understand how it feels to lose somebody that's close to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good feeling at all. So she breaks down, starts crying. She, leaning on Fizz. Then Brandy, with her ratchet ass, just had to run out there. It was like, oh, Nikki, sweetie, I'm sorry. Give her a kiss on the cheek, like, mwah, mwah, whatever. Nikki was like, she was like, bitch, get up off me, like, and Brandy was like, oh, okay, don't worry, like, girl. Now, I mean, I get it. You don't like seeing your friends in pain or whatever, and you want to comfort them, but it's just the way Brandy just be doing shit. She just be doing too fucking much. And, I understand wanting to comfort them and everything, but I understand, Nikki, needing her space because, in your mind when you're crying and everything, you appreciate your friend for trying to comfort you, but at the same time, a lot of times, when a person hug you, that makes you cry worse. So I understand where Nikki was coming from, but she was like, just, give me a minute. And, she just, she walks off the stage, whatever, to get herself together. We get Fizz and Moniece's parenting situation, and, they flash back on that. Brandy's loudmouth ass, once again, is the first one to run her motherfucking mouth. And then Amber starts talking shit too. And I'm just like, wait a minute now. Why is y'all both jumping on her like y'all know her like that? Like, I understand, like, the way Moniece has been presented these last 2 seasons. She hasn't been presented as a good mother in our eyes. But y'all sitting up here, y'all probably ain't never had a drink with this girl or nothing a day in y'all lives, and y'all sit up here and just think y'all got the shit all the fuck together. I mean, they was just attacking her. Like, they could just, like, it was okay for them to do that. And I didn't like that at all. And I kind of wanted Moniece to snatch both of their asses. You know what I'm saying? And then, Willie's wife, Shonda, whatever the bitch name is, she starts jumping in. Now, I did hear something about her and Moniece having problems. I don't understand why. What issues can they possibly have? But yeah, they all sitting up here acting like as if they fixing to jump her or some shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, are you fucking kidding me? You know what I'm saying? And it looked like next week, Princess gonna come out of nowhere trying to do some shit too. I'm just like, these bitches need to stay in they motherfucking lane. Y'all need to stay in y'all motherfucking lane because y'all don't fucking know. Alright? Like I said. Y'all just, I mean, and I know we all just going by what we see on TV, but for them to be her fucking castmates and just coming at her like that, like they, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't right. Ain't near one of y'all shot a scene with her. Only time, Brandy, you was in the scene with Moniece was when y'all was about to square the fuck up. When she was about to square the fuck up with Nikki and your ass tried to jump in like you knew what the fuck was going on. So I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. It looked like part 2 reunion might be a little bit better, but I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Like I said, I am going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta tonight, so I'll be coming back in a little bit to do that review. Black Ink Crew Chicago, y'all probably, if y'all don't get that tonight, y'all probably get it Wednesday, because like I said, Tuesdays are my long days. Let me get off this camera because this shit is almost 27 minutes long. I didn't intend for it to be that long considering that was a lackluster episode. But I will talk to you guys later. Mwah.